Now, large luxury sedans are the very backbone for any luxury manufacturer. Just take a look at Lexus. The original LS basically made the company who they are today when it debuted back in 1990, which is why I'm standing by a very important model. This is the all-new 5th generation 2018 LS. Let's take a first look. Now, first taking a look at the all-new LS, you can see this is a huge vehicle. This is the company's flagship sedan, so it's a very important model in showcasing where Lexus is going in the next few years. And looking at the platform, this is an all-new platform. It rides on the GAL platform. Let me rephrase that to you. It stands for Global Architectural Luxury. It's the same platform that underpins the all-new LC500. Now, for the LS, Lexus basically just stretched it out. They made it a lot larger. They gave it a much lower, sleeker appearance to it. Now, speaking of this all-new platform, it's actually reduced the weight of the LS by about 200 pounds, which is pretty significant, especially considering how big this sedan is. Lexus promised this is the most performance-oriented LS, the sportiest to drive, basically. Now, regarding the design, it's a love it. You know, you can either love it or hate it. I think it's a very elegant look. I especially like the new taillights, LEDs. Obviously, they kind of mimic the L shape that Lexus is famous for. They also nicely integrate into the rear quarter panel. It's a very sleek, elegant, modern design for sure. Now, these 19 and 20-inch wheels are available in 5 different variations. This particular one are the 20-inch wheels. They're very shiny. I mean, this whole car in general has a very shiny look to it that doesn't really go with the whole conservative design language that Lexus is typically known for. Now, coming around the side here, the wheelbase has actually been stretched about 1.3 inches compared to the old model, which definitely gives this vehicle a much more imposing stance to it. Now, coming to the front, this is basically where Lexus has gotten a lot of criticism in the past. You have basically the same corporate face that Lexus has been showing, the spindle grille with this very interesting three-dimensional look in the grille, the signature L-shaped LEDs for the daytime running lights, LED headlights, of course, are standard equipment on this model. Now, speaking of underneath the hood, because this is a big surprise that Lexus introduced, even though there's an LS500 badge, it's not a 5-liter V8 like in the LC. Instead, you have the first ever 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. It's been specifically developed for the LS. Now, Lexus claims it has V8-like power. It produces 415 horsepower and 443 pound-feet of torque. Definitely an improvement over the 389 that the old 4.6-liter gave you. Now, it's paired with an all-new 10-speed automatic, the first ever 10-speed in this large luxury segment. Now, if you guys remember, the old LS, when it was introduced in 2017, introduced the first 8-speed auto. Lexus is doing again with an all-new 10-speed automatic, and it's definitely made this vehicle quick. Lexus claims a 0 to 60 performance of around 4.5 seconds. They're also claiming best-in-class fuel economy. Combine them with the lightweight, and you have basically what it is, the sportiest to drive LS that Lexus has ever offered. Now, with any flagship sedan, you're probably wondering what's going on inside. Now, I'm not allowed to sit in the vehicle, but I can show you what Lexus has done, and I have to say, it's a really impressive interior. I mean, I wouldn't expect any less. This is the company's flagship offering. Plenty of wood, plenty of leather, really comfortable soft seat leather you find on the seats, on the dashboard. Lots of stitching everywhere. In fact, I see a lot of Mercedes influence in the cabin design, especially from the way the flowing wood goes on the dash. You have LCD screens galore. You have a 12-inch LCD in the center stack. You have the full LCD in the instrument panel. And then Lexus says that they're going to offer what is the largest head-up display, a 24-inch head-up display sitting right in front of the driver that occupies the space in the windshield. So in terms of the technology, Lexus basically is coming full force here with an attack on the Germans. I mean, Mercedes is basically the class leader with the S-Class. So Lexus is trying to reinvent the segment again with this all-new LS. Now, you can expect the all-new LS to go on sale by the end of 2017 with obviously no pricing yet announced. However, they did announce pricing on the all-new LC500 Coupe, which is like around $92,000. I wouldn't expect the LS to be any less expensive than that model, so it'll definitely be an impressive vehicle when Lexus does eventually bring this to market. For Redline Reviews at the 2017 Detroit International Auto Show, I'm Sofyan Bey.